my mouse just decided to disappear all of a sudden. And yeah. So anyway, real quick recap. Um, Ritachi is going to turn stuff to water. That's what happens here is going to be really important. Let's hop back into the Discord with Cleon, assuming my Discord is back up. I had to restart my computer because my mouse decided to disappear on me. So hopefully, hopefully y'all stuck around and you know, not gonna cause any issues. Okay, let's do this. All right, I'm back.
What's up? Yeah, sometimes my mouse disappears on my computer too, and it really sucks.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like all of a sudden, I just can't see my mouse anymore. I'm like, well, that's not something that I'm gonna be able to do with this game because you can't.
I just have to usually just shut my laptop and then open it again. But
Yeah, it might have been an easier thing, but this worked. It did kind of mess up my stream, but I'd restart it and hopefully everyone who was watching comes back.
yeah,
All four of my viewers or something. I don't know. We got some people watching here, so.
nice.
According to Hero Escaper Guy, there's actually a lot more of. He said there's dozens, so it's like, oh, okay. This must not have refreshed on my thing. Oh well. Well, we'll take what we can get. There's a decent number of people watching. Like looks like in the actual like Google drawing or something. I don't know. And if you need to remember what any of my stuff does, just remember your whatever the Alt button is for Max. Command plus that plus Y will bring up alt text, and you can view anything on the figures card.
What does Raylan do again?
I believe she does terrible things, at least according to Ken or something like that. By the way, I'm assuming that you're done with placement.
1 second.
Unfortunately, I have never seen Arrested Development, so I did not catch that reference. Sorry. Someone in the chat just said it was an Arrested Development quote, so missed that. That's actually, I don't know where Raylan is now, but looks like Raylan's probably pretty far forward. And you're done with
So
placement?
yeah, I'm done with placement. If you don't roll the 12 or higher for Ritachi, just nothing happens.
Correct. And
Okay.
if I do roll 12 to 16, those two spaces in front of her count as water spaces.
Okay.
Shenanigans. Okay, nothing happens.
So, okay. Yeah, I'm just reading her card right here. Okay, so she can basically teleport. 12 or 16, she has to go on water or swamp water spaces, and 17 or higher, she can go wherever within 10 spaces.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Here, 1 second. I just want to. So sighting, water suits is outside of 2 defense. Okay, 15 or higher. Can you like see everything okay?
Yeah, I can see everything fine. I'm great.
Okay. And
I'm assuming Parmesan is making Raylan discipline.
yep, Parmesan cheese.
Basically, Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm just on 2 different windows here, so I'm just hoping everything works out.
Why are you on 2 different windows?
Because for some reason I couldn't pull up the dice, like the dice and chat and stuff. For some reason I can't pull that up on the window that I can edit. But
Okay. One of the things to check is I know that one of my ad blockers uh, threw it for a loop so it did that. So just be aware that might be what's going on.
okay, yeah, I mean it's not a big deal. It's fine. All right.
Interesting. No, wait. That's especially interesting. Isn't that six move? Isn't that six move?
I went. Let's see. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went up through the sacred band. So 1, 2, 3.
Well, let's see. That would actually. Oh no, Brian. They're the same level. Sorry, my brain thought it was up on height.
Yeah, it's all right. Heavy snow, man. All right, yeah, I'll do that. I'm just trying to get fluent with playing online. You got an interesting army for sure.
That's the plan. Yu-Gi-Oh.
All right. I like the sacred band with. Well, I just like the sacred band, but
One of my favorite Sacred Band armies involves Sacred Band, Arashara, Parmesan, and Cyprian.
yeah, Cyprian's pretty sweet with that. All right, who are we bonding with? I guess. That's 2. 3. 4. Wait. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
All right, I believe that's order markers. Oh wait, first, Mitachi.
Yeah. Definitely a cool sculpt for sure.
Oh yeah, no, I actually wanted to play her with Ravagers and the all swamp thing, but she was just like a week away from release at that point. I was like, dang it. But I
Yeah.
have this weird army to play, so you know, it works itself out.
Yeah. It's a cool army for sure. Microcorp are cool, but the problem is that there's like never water or swamp water that's on height, so Ritachi definitely helps that.
Yep, that's the entire plan.
Yeah, I think that's where I want to go for now.
shifting that rat so Raylan can see him.
Okay.
Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah, you can probably see his tail. Yeah.
That was the entire point, is have a little tail sticking out.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, does your job involve making puns?
Sadly, no. My job involves making sure that data is correct.
Okay. All right. Well, if you could find a job that does puns, I think I think that'd be perfect. Because you can just come up with them on the fly.
It helps that I've played some of these enough that Google has saved a couple of them for me that I'm like, oh yeah, I like that one. That one's a good one.
Yeah, nice. Hmm.
Yeah, I designed that the way you think I designed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking what I kind of want to, how I want to play my two Bonnie heroes. All right. What happened to him?
Hit your undo button.
Okay. All right, cool. It's like, I'm not ready to lose him yet. All right, I'm gonna go with that.
I can see that, right?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, you're on level 0, so potentially 4 and Hive might block, but I don't know.
That's all our sacred band.
Um, I either 4 or 5. I'm not sure.
Alt text says they're 5.
All right. Yeah, you can probably see him.
How about that one?
Um, yeah, you might be able to see his foot. I mean, I think his shield is blocking the rest of them, but
Okay, if you're cool with it, I'm cool with it. That's why I'm asking before I'm shooting, before I'm placing and shooting.
yeah, I think you probably can. I mean, it's really hard to tell, but hmm. All right. Marcus is just gonna go up to here. And this guy will use Fraser and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this guy will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, this guy will attack this rat with Marcus.
There we go, I'm done.
Okay. And this guy right here will attack this rat. All right, and that's it. One down.
Let me roll for Ritachi first.
Okay, yeah.
Go. Can you see Raylan?
I don't think that guy can. Now he can, yeah.
Can that guy see Raylan?
Probably because the hive is like kind of bent over. Her wings are hittable, isn't it? Or no?
No, her wings are not a hit zone. Is
Okay.
that not an actual thing that I could hit?
Yeah.
So,
No,
oh,
you can
that's
hit it.
okay.
No, I think you can hit her. Yeah, I think
All
you
right.
can hit
Well,
her.
you got 4 dice there.
Okay. So it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2. Two, three, four, 5, 3. You think Frazier can see this dude?
From right there? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. We will go this guy on the rat right here. All right. And then this guy will attack this rat. Is Raylan Screen your favorite type of army?
Not necessarily. We're gonna go for a long shot here.
Sorry, I rolled that twice. This dude, right?
Yep.
You went on this guy, right?
Yeah. Yes, that one. Sorry, I didn't realize I didn't hit my talk to text button.
This one?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't realize I hadn't hit my talk to text button.
It's okay.
I'm assuming you're not done.
Yeah, no, I'm not done. I accidentally pressed that twice.
So far, I'm in a solid position, but I really don't like this being. All right, so that's two. Um, 3. Four. 1, 2, 3. Can I reset? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, all right. This guy will attack up onto that microcorp. That was fortuitous.
Yeah. Um, yeah, this dude will attack the rat right here. Jeez.
Yeah, but I'm probably gonna want to save that roll for like another time. But one sec, I got to still move some
All
guys.
right, you can scatter.
Uh,
And then this last guy will attack. He'll attack the microcorp.
oh, so close.
It's like the guy that I was expecting to live died.
It happens. It happens, and that's initiative, right?
Yep.
Uh, I'm good with that, so let's do this. Now I have a decision to make. I have been down to 2 and 3, 1 3/4 spot. Yeah.
Hmm.
Now I want to start making some hard decisions. Those those are some key deaths from those dudes on snow up there. A lot of me gonna get into this position and I'm gonna get a 43 on next turn no matter what. Raylan getting close to dying. I can kite him like crazy. He can't just take the damage. I basically blocked off a lot of his agents. It's really hard for him to get in there. Like the rat situation is frustrating. This one right here is being frustrating for me, but does mean right now that he can't actually get in.
What do I do with Marcus?
I would be surprised to see him kind of still Marcus around.
I guess.
Especially with how quickly they would probably gonna die. That makes some sense to do it like that.
1. All right. This guy will attack up on. Or sorry, did I? Let's see.
If you hit undo and then redo, you can see all of the ones that you moved.
Yeah, I just think I moved too many because I moved one guy up. So this guy will go back to here. Okay. All right. This guy will attack up onto the microcorp. And this guy will attack this rat. And then this last guy will attack up on the microcorp.
I've gotten kind of the perfect sequence of events, except for, that one right there did me kind of frustrated.
All right. Parmenio is gonna just attack the rat right here. All right. This guy will attack this rat. This guy will attack this one. You gonna scatter anymore?
I'm thinking what I want to do.
And then this last dude. He'll attack this rat.
And put that there, or thinking where I want to put this rat. Um, I'm good with that rat there. Thinking where I want to put the rat.
What's up?
Just thinking about where I want to put the rat.
Yep.
That one does not want to die.
All right, Parmenio will attack dude behind him. All right, this guy will attack with height onto this rat. And this guy will attack that rat. And the last guy will attack. I'll attack this rat behind him.
No,
And you really haven't gotten that. What was that?
no Ritachi.
Yeah.
Just barely get it. Go.
Yeah. Mhm. All right, I'll attack Raylan. All right, this guy on Raylan. Jeez. And this guy on the Microcorp. And then this guy on the rat. And this guy. Yeah, he'll go on the rat too. Marcus will attack up on.
Her name is Raylan.
Yeah, I'm just double checking to make sure that's what I want to do.
It's down to a
Yeah, attack up on Raylan.
time to kill Raylan at this point. He's having to go against a bunch of like a lot of it.
All right, this guy on Raylan.
Only 4 more to go.
And then this guy up on the microcorp. And this guy over here on the rat.
I'm happy with where they all are.
Okay. And this guy right here. Yeah, he'll tack up on the microcorp.
Micro lives. Like I said, that one does not want to die.
Yeah.
He's down to less than a squad, and I still have 5 agents, which is really good. Did I spend this one? Okay, a little bit better than his. But
All right, I'll go up on Raylan.
yeah, I need to do that. Feedback would be really good for him. Not if I do that. You got 3 more to go.
This guy on the rat. And this guy will go up on the microcorp.
The one skull attack gonna take him out? Nope. Nope.
All right, Permenio will attack that rat.
I'm not gonna move anymore.
Okay. He probably has cover from them, right?
All the ones sitting on height, yeah. The two on low ground, the two on low ground, probably not.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
actually, yeah, he's got cover from all of them, but yeah, he's got This is the only one I'm not sure about. Obviously this guy can hit, but he's also engaged. So yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think the other one can hit him, but I mean, you can just move.
Yeah, I think it's close, and yeah, it's close, and I should be able to move that one to a place where I can hit you if I need to. So
All right, this guy will go up on the microcorp. All right, Marcus is actually going to take one disengage, and I'll just go up. And attack Raylan.
I'm going for the right move.
This dude will attack Raylan. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, Raylan is being a beast right now. Does that one have sight on Marcus?
Um, I really don't know. I mean, my
I'll
gut
just say
instinct.
no then. I'll just say no.
Okay.
Attacking Marcus because that's where the last order marker is.
Sorry, I rolled that twice, so he takes
It's
2.
okay, yeah, we usually take the first one.
Attack Raylan.
Ouch. Your dice have definitely not helped you out last bit of the game.
Yeah.
Did you catch the attack?
Oh, sorry. On who? Marcus?
Yep.
Who are you going on?
Marcus, yes.
Hey.
Okay, for me, it's gonna be a tank apparently. I was actually wanting to do that with her for a long time.
Yeah.
And you win again! Simon Fraser has won you about 2 or 3 initiatives.
Mm. I'll take the disengage. Hey, you're not allowed to attack him.
Well, you're making my decisions for me. I would have just attacked Parmenio if you'd kept him there.
Yeah, I want to at least kill Raylan. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I can see Fraser from there, right?
Yeah. Yep.
As you'll notice, I abandoned Raylan partway, like the rat screen against Raylan, because I was like, these could shoot down with impunity, as you can see them do. So, figured, it'd be hard for them to get enough attacks on Raylan that by the time they did.
I don't think I'm killing Rylan.
I just assumed you were done, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm done.
Good game.
Okay, well, that was a game. I definitely underestimated how difficult it would be to get through both rats and microcorp that's backed by Raylan.
Yeah, so
But
essentially what it was with this map. So here's kind of my thought process. Going into the, like when you picked Sacred Band, I was like, okay, I did some quick math, and honestly, in a straight to straight slugfest, even with assuming both sides have Raylan, the Zute lose that. And Aravan Sun Shadow ain't picking up the slack to do that. If I
yeah,
had like maybe like a Cayman or a Q10 like Veggie has in his army, yeah, I might think about taking the zoo in on this map. But on this map especially, like all of this snow in like the right outside of the start zone is just a pain to deal with. Um, and I knew that where I kind of set up that if I could hold that, if I could set up there and hold that, that would be how I would win the game. So as you notice, I basically like abandoned almost the entire middle of the board to basically get this this area right here in the on the upper right area. And it also allowed me to be able to, if worse came to worse, I could always dunk Raylan on Kelda. And since I'd probably have a better grasp of it, because you have a really hard time, you'd either have to come through this little narrow path right here, or you'd have to come up the heavy snow spot. And neither is a great option for you if I have a setup up here, or you come around the back way, in which case I'm able to. So that was kind of the thing. The key, I think, sequences was when I managed to be able to kill the guy sitting on the 4 height and then win initiative the next turn so I could set up on the 4 height so you couldn't take it back from me. That was
yeah,
the
that
key
was really
sequence.
big.
The other thing that I was thinking about doing would have essentially been to try and kill that one sitting, basically get it so I can put a rat right there. Because if I have a rat there in Raylan Zara, it's a lot easier for me to play shenanigan games and make it a lot harder for you. Or, pop Ritakshi in there. Honestly, um, that round where you had where I did win initiative, had I gotten the chance to do with Ritakshi, I would have just pop tossed her right there, would have just basically done that so you could have not done anything to get me there. But that was kind of ultimately that was kind of where I was trying to. But yeah, this whole that whole upside to there, like this is not a great map for microcorp with sighting, but I was like, well, honestly, I'm probably gonna lose if I do the zoo build, and your other build I did not like against Sacred Band either. Like it has some tricks, and the question is, of course, can the Sacred Band kill the Hydra? And honestly, if you play it right, yes, you can.
Yeah,
Because I don't have a lot of, there's not a lot of tools for that army to really deal with 4 attacks a turn. Whereas this one, I having a bunch of rats and just being able to clog up the spot, and also this just being heavy snow, a lot of this heavy snow stuff meant that you would have to slog a lot more through it. And I had a lot more ways to get around that than you did, or at the very least, because of my range and Ritaxi, I could kind of play some shenanigan games. I didn't really get a chance to use Ritaxi much until the game was pretty well in hand, but earlier on in the game, there's definitely lots of things that she could have done to make that much more, a much, it basically could have done to help me if I'd gotten the rolls. And then as you notice, kind of like as I started to get more and more in this section, I kind of like retreated my rats and microcorp away from the little 3 hexers over here because I kind of wanted to bring you over into this little area down here by Raylan where, you'd be fighting into my sighting, which was much harder for me to do on the 3 hexes. And that was kind of the thing. Like, I didn't have good. This map is not good for sighting, but I was able to. And I figured because of my 7 range and the ability for me to just potentially ping the crap out of you, I was going to either force you to have to spend a turns moving Raylan forward or fight outside of the aura, and you ended up having to do both of those. So that was kind of why I went with what I went.
Yeah, and this map is just hard to. It just gets so clogged. Um, like I really couldn't get 4 or 5 attacks per turn. My heroes really didn't. I didn't really utilize my heroes, or were able to utilize them. I don't think. Um,
Yeah, and especially since I was able to use rats to gum things up and then kind of retreat and still stay in Raylan's aura. So like I felt like one of the biggest ways that I would lose in the early game is if you had too many good early rat kills, which was why I
yeah,
was very cautious about using rats to tie you up. And as you noticed, I would retreat them away so you'd only get like 1 or 2 attacks a turn, and
yep,
they'd pretty much always be in Raylan's aura. But the only time that I moved that was when I moved this one to here, because I just needed to keep you from being able to get a foothold in my little 4 section while I tried to take control of it. And because I had enough Ras to kind of throw at the problem, I was able to do that. It was not something like the game that I don't know if you ever saw. I don't know if you saw the game that I played against Boromir in the V Cheese event.
no, I'm too.
Okay, well, it is on my YouTube if you do want to go watch it. But essentially, he killed a couple of rats like super early, like packs of like 3v6s in Raylan Zara, and because of those kills, my troopers weren't really able to um, hold position,
Hmm.
and so he was able to just end up overwhelming me with all of his stuff. So that was kind of what I was afraid of most happening here. So I kind of was extra careful in how I set everything up, and was perfectly fine to ping at you with 2 attack, even though it was probably not going to do anything. But yeah, so that was kind of how I thought about you. You definitely did a lot of things to make me think. I'll admit, when you sent that one up onto the 4 spot, I was like, oh shoot, I didn't see that, and that if the dice hadn't bailed me out of that, that could have been really painful.
Yeah, when you killed my guy on the 4 and won initiative, and then moved a microcorp up, I was like, all right, well that might have just sealed it.
Yeah, because
Um,
that was that. Yeah, now I had a 6 defense microcorp, and if Ritachi ever got into that spot, it was going to be an 8 defense microcorp, assuming you could
yeah,
even get to it. So, and that was kind of, yeah. I managed
yeah,
to make my game plan happen, but it was definitely something where that particular sequence of events was highly crucial to my victory.
hmm and I think I also think I just underestimated how difficult heavy snow is for melee, especially. I mean, on this map, there's just a lot of patches of pure snow.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, no, honestly,
and
I think Doc was saying how, at least he was telling when we were talking kind of about the setup for this game. He was saying how he honestly felt like this was one of the maps where heavy snow is most crucial because of all the level 1 snow, whereas a lot of the other ones, it's more height that the snow is on. So
yeah, because like if the level 1 snow wasn't snow, then I could have a way easier time of at least getting to where you're set up, which I knew you were going to set up, or at least if I were playing Microcorp, I would have also tried to
Yeah.
get to the 2-4
Well, yeah,
hex.
especially because you noticed I set up where I'd be able to get to it on the hive side rather than the glacier side, because I can kind of shoot through the hive. I can't shoot through no glacier, so yeah,
Yeah,
I was basically like, I mean, I might want Loden because of how much my army could potentially use it, but honestly, I was like, it's not worth it to send a rat over to go grab that when the battle's pretty much probably not going to take place over there. And while I might hold it for the whole game, I might really want that rat later. And I'm glad I didn't, because I didn't need all, as you can see, I obviously have 2 rats left, but I felt like I needed every rat that I could get. So
yeah, same with me. I looked at Loden and just thought a Sacred Band isn't worth 5%
yeah,
increase on Defy Death.
I mean,
Um,
admittedly, it would have been. I mean, it would have saved one of my microcorps, but I didn't end up needing that microcorp. But
yeah,
that,
yeah, I would have.
but that's kind of the thing. Like, yeah. So this build, like, I don't know. Like, if you deferred to me, I I don't know. I would have probably grabbed this build. Just looking at it, just I think that would have probably been what I would have defaulted to. I wouldn't have loved it. But I think this build versus Zute is probably the most even of our matchups, just because both armies have ways to kind of ignore the snow on this map, and the snow is a pain on this map.
Yeah. Um, do you think the Keldaglyph is too strong? It's just a question.
Um, the Celtic is either going to do nothing or be really strong in the game. Like, it's one of those things where, like, yeah, because like if there was a couple times where I thought about using an order marker to just dunk Raylan on Kelda, because obviously, I could still sit in her her being on Kelda is kind of fine for me because she's still protecting everything that I want to protect, and I pretty much
Yep.
would never need to move her off that glyph. But that feels like a really rare situation. I think the big thing for me about Kelda is Kelda's almost always in a place where if you're not careful, you can then get destroyed the next turn because it's almost always on low ground. And
Yep.
because of that, so I don't know, I do feel like Kelda is much more swingy than almost all the other glyphs that are normally in a pool. Um, and there's definitely times where Kelda really favors one army and not the other, and there's no other glyph I can really think of that does that same thing. So I don't think it's overpowered. I do think that if I had to cut a glyph, it would be Kelda without any question. I think the
Yeah,
next closest is Valda, but honestly, giving move to people is a good thing. Like, that's a good thing to have move on figures, because yeah.
yeah, I would. I mean, I know Nathan. I think it was Nathan was talking to me about how
Which
he would
Nathan
do
are you talking?
Kelda.
Are you talking Infected Sloth or Super Frog? Because they're both Nathans.
Infected Sloth.
That's what I thought, because I feel like you talk with them more than you talk with Super Frog. But
Yeah, I
Super
think I
Frog.
only
Well,
talked to
the
Super
reason I
Frog.
brought up Super Frog is because Super Frog also hates Kelda.
Yeah. um, and Nathan's fix was something like it heals like 3 wounds or it heals like 4 wounds, um, which I think is good because if you have like Karos or Braxis, like that's just
One of
crazy
the
that you can.
dragons. Yeah, no, that's just like, well,
Yeah,
that sucks.
I think that's like too much, and
I mean, in those situations, what's actually one of my favorite Kelda tricks, at least one of my favorites that I know of, especially if your opponent has a really good Kelda, is to use Eldgrim, overextend onto Kelda. I love that trick
yeah,
so much.
yeah,
It's
you
such a good
definitely.
trick. I love it so much. I'm like, haha, you wanted to use your Hydra to get it? Nope! Sucks to be you.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a really good reason to just include Eldgrim when you're playing in a tournament that has Kelda in it.
I mean,
Um,
Eldgrim was practically useless in my so 2018, I believe. Yeah, 2018. My Templar times two, Raylan, Eldgrim, fourth mass times two. Eldgrim does like almost nothing in that army, but you know what? He's valiant. He fills out the points, and yeah, I can always do the Kelda burn, or I can, I can use him to grab a glyph on the first turn if it's something really good for me. But yeah,
Yeah.
that one was one that I made it. That's the only time I've made it into day two on the skin of my teeth. Every other time I knew I made it in beforehand.
Nice.
But yeah, that was my first build I thought was against some Sentinels and Krav, which is a bit painful. Then the second one I had to fight against my army with Brillinators and Nikitas, which I thought I should be able to win that because no special attacks, and Brillinators and Nikitas love that. And what ended up happening was my opponent rolled really well on weight and fire. So now I'm 0-2. Then I fight someone who has Mara Warriors, Krav, Airborne Elite, Mimring, and something else. I don't remember, but I'm just like, oh, frick, I'm out. Because obviously that build just destroys mine.
Yeah.
Except he was a newer player, and even though Airborne dropped round one, he put one order marker on everything.
Okay. Yeah.
So Templar
And they're
just kind
all
of
like
ran around and just
uniques.
destroyed things, and then the fourth master able to clean up all the remaining figures.
Yeah.
Um, and then I played against Skytails. He brought two squads of Einar Imperium, Empress Kiova, and Swarm Raylan. I played the most riskiest game of Heroescape of my life. Basically, I made like you know how when Mike was talking about make all the risky plays when you're down.
Yeah.
Like I played those Einar Imperium super risky. I'm like, this will be terrible if it fails. And then I just yeah, but whereas he played kind of conservatively with my army, which meant that he was not ready for me to just slam bang into his start zone or basically into the army with like 6 attacks a turn, and I managed to pull it off just barely.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, one more win with my army, and I have a chance at day two. And my last opponent had melee Utgar, and I'm like, this is a good day. So, but yeah, but Elgrim didn't really do much for me in those games, but maybe I don't remember him doing much, but the ability for him to potentially do things was there. So yeah, I would
Yeah.
not be opposed to a Kelda that healed like 3 units. It's kind of like so like I know from like our treasure glyph pool, we removed the potion of healing because that one just hurt things whenever it
Yeah.
was in there. So, but a Kelda like that, I think that would be fine. 4 wounds is a little more dicey, but 3 wounds feels absolutely fair to me and doesn't feel like something that yeah.
Yeah. I think 3 wounds would be good. I mean, I think what we should do, and I know VC has new glyphs that they made, but I feel like even for Gen Con, I mean, I know Ken doesn't like VC, but
Yeah. I think the best glyph for tournament play from VC is Holdier. Holdier is once per turn, a hero gets to add +1 to their attack.
yeah, that's a good one. I
That
just
that
think
feels like
that
the best of the because like the other ones like Zipta is change around order markers. We got a teleport glyph, but that just feels like there's one that gives all your units disengage, which is potentially interesting, but I think Holdier's just a little bit better for tournament play.
mhm.
And then there's a couple of like, yeah, no, Vince Ken to put Might and Soul in the pool.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sure he'll go for that.
I just think that we could like I don't know. I don't see why coming up with our own glyphs is that big a deal. Like if we just made the move plus two glyph, move plus one, I think would be better.
I think
And
move plus two is fine. Oh, there is a glyph that adds range plus one. That one's okay, but we don't need it.
yeah, that one. Um, I
Um,
don't know, like heal three. I don't know. I don't mind quote unquote custom glyphs. It's I don't think it's a big deal, but
I know that Ken has his reasons. I don't know what those reasons are, but I'm sure that it is something that he has definitely given good amount of thought to. So I don't think he's like, I don't think it's something that's like, what do I say? It's not like he didn't just decide it out of nowhere. I've
yeah.
never really had a conversation with him about it, so I don't really know exactly where he's coming from. But mm, I definitely have some. How do I put this? I personally, obviously, since I run these things, think it's fine, but I think that there's a lot of potential other ways. But you know,
Yeah.
I don't fault anyone for not including VC in any of their tournaments because there is it is in some ways, at least for a physical tournament, a bit of a higher barrier to entry. Um, whereas
Yeah,
like
well, what I'm going to be trying to do is I'm trying to well once COVID
once
kind
COVID
of
stops being a thing.
stops. Yeah. Um I'm going to try to host New England tournaments at my place and I'm thinking it'll probably be once a month and I'm thinking every other month we'll do VC inclusive. And I've been trying to get like pretty much all the VC figures the past couple
Yeah, having
months. I
key
mean, I have a
figures,
ways
at
to
least
go,
for
but
for an in-person event, that's a really big thing. And we used to not have all these fun uh, alt texts, but having those now is, I think, a lot more helpful as far as making people who are unfamiliar with the units more familiar um,
yeah.
during the game. But
Hmm.
yeah, still though, it was fun playing you. I am glad that you are playing more, and I look forward to playing against you sometime in the future.
Yeah, it was fun. I seem to I seem to face you every time I do an online tournament.
In round
um,
one, yeah, yeah, and I usually end up apparently kiting you to death.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, gosh,
Um,
yeah, eat your heart out, Ken. Range is beating melee. I mean, he's probably just gonna he probably just make a crack about it being you. So, all
but
right.
yeah, I'm trying to get more. I just want to be very comfortable playing online, so I can just you know just think completely about the game and not about like oh crap I have to move this over or this thing's not working or whatever.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that is definitely one of the things about online play that you kind of have to make it as user friendly as possible. And I don't know what other um, changes we could potentially make, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
yeah, but I also just need to play more online as
Yeah,
well.
well, that's the thing. Like, honestly, yeah, as the more you play, the more you become familiar with things. I know that, yeah, I'm definitely one of those people that's very familiar with everything. So, yeah.
Yeah. And also just looking at the top down I'm pretty used to that at this point, but there's still sometimes if I play on a map that I'm not that familiar with, it's like, oh, okay, that's, not how I'm picturing it in my head.
Yeah, no, I've definitely, I will admit, I've played in plenty of top-down maps, and then I like see them in person, and I'm like, huh, my brain had a different picture of this one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's yeah, I think honestly, I've just played this enough that it's second nature to me at this point,
Hmm.
and I think that's kind of a lot of the things that is true. I think it's true whether it's this version or Tabletop Simulator, which I haven't played yet, so I don't really know. But based on my knowledge, there'd be some learning curve there on how it all works. Um, but yeah, so
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it was fun.
yeah,
Good.
I will
Um,
catch you around. And
yeah.
yeah, if you want to, about 24 to 48 hours, or obviously you can also watch the Twitch channel. But this video going to go up on YouTube, so if you want to watch it with me commentating at the same time, because I had my Discord set up so I could make comments without you necessarily hearing me. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's
so
cool. Y'all have to check it out. Um, and if you want to just play online just for fun, I'm also trying to get used to all the VC units.
ping.
Um,
Honestly, I've gotten a lot more. How do I put this? I've definitely been a lot more available. I myself don't really go looking for games, but I've definitely become much more like, oh, you want a game? Sure, I can help you with a game.
yeah.
But yeah,
I usually play a little bit later at night, but you're in
consider
Oregon,
the
so
fact that I
I
pretty
think
much
you're
fall
two
asleep
hours
super late
before
at
me.
night, no matter where I am. So yeah, and I'm 3 hours ahead, 3 hours behind you. I'm pretty sure that I will be around. But yeah,
All right.
good game. Catch you around for the rest of the tournament, and good luck.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. Good luck as well. Yeah,
Alrighty,
have a
thank
good one,
you.
Dyson.
All right, catch you around.